What's up, everybody? It's Redbeard No Fear from the Redbeard and Gold Smash Show. I am flying solo today because we're doing something completely new this week, and that's a 100%, or rather for this game, 120% playthrough. We're playing the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. We're only playing the first game. If you want me to do the other two, I'd be happy to. Just let me know. But yeah, we are going to play Spyro the Dragon 1, which holds a special place in my heart because it was the first console game I ever owned. When I was 6, I got a PlayStation for Christmas, and this was the game that my parents got me with it. And I never 100%ed it as a child, but I'm going to 100% it now for all of you. We're going to skip the cutscenes. If you want to watch the cutscenes, there's definitely supercuts on YouTube. They're fun, albeit a bit dated. We're just going to jump right in. I'm also going to skip the dragon cutscenes because, again, there's supercuts on YouTube. That's not what we're here for. Oh, it doesn't let me skip this one. So never mind. We're going to watch this one.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the Artisan world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next
Finding
world.
Dragons. Balloonist.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
Okay, so we have to find dragons and collect treasure. That's the entire premise of this game. And then we have to fight Nasty Nork. So these guys are Norks. And specifically these ones with the giant bags take multiple hits to defeat because they drop more treasure. So every world has a home world, which is where we are right now, where the enemies are, at least to start, usually non-hostile. They don't attack you. You just have to defeat them and collect all the treasure. So we're going to do that. Skill points are new. Those were added to the Reignited Trilogy. They were not part of the original game. And in this first homeworld, there's not really any secret, hidden stuff as far as treasure and dragons go. It's pretty easy to find right away. And you have to defeat the enemies because they drop treasure. Now, one of the reasons that I never 100%ed this game as a child is because this game has a lot of hidden treasure in it, and to find the general idea of where the hidden treasure is, you hold down one of the thumbsticks, and Sparks points in that direction. But the thing about it is, I didn't have a DualShock controller for my PlayStation as a kid. My PlayStation came with one, but that controller broke. And when my parents replaced it, they were too cheap to spring for another DualShock and got me one with no joysticks. So I couldn't use Sparks to find where the treasure was. But when I went home for winter break, that sophomore year of college, I want to say, and decided to resume playing Spyro on my PS2, I was able to go back and 100% it. I still had my original save file from when I was 6 years old. Now I could probably 100% this game in my sleep. Weird flex, I know. I should just put that on my CV, my resume. Can 120% the original Spyro Dragon game. Employers would be like, oh, you make him the CEO immediately. So yeah, I know I'm kind of rushing through this homeworld fast, but like honestly, there is nothing in this homeworld that I am doing right now that you guys would not be more than capable of figuring out on your own. I know our audience, they are smart and capable people, mostly because this show is watched exclusively by people I know in my personal life. And I know that you guys would figure this out, no problem. So we're just sort of easy, breezy, beautiful going through this first level. And what we're going to do for this first world is we're going to play the levels in the order that they tend to introduce mechanics. So we're still missing a little bit of treasure, so let's go find treasure. I think, oh, I don't think I went in the maze yet, so let's do that. Yep, here we go. Just a little bit more treasure to find. Maybe I missed... Yeah, according to Sparks. Yep. Missed that guy, and... these two guys. It's real easy to miss treasure if you're not paying attention. But, now that we've 100%ed this level, the first level that we're going to do is Dark Hollow. And like I said, we're going to play levels in the order that they introduce mechanics. So this level is very straightforward. Not a lot of hidden areas, not a lot of secrets. So we'll also kind of just be plowing through this one. But it's super fun. I was actually scared of this level as a kid because there's these giant Norks that, ironically enough, can't even cause you damage. They can't hurt you. They just block your path. But I was so scared of them when I was a little kid, and I always made my older sister play this level. And she didn't give a fuck. She was fearless. Yeah, this also introduces the concept of fireproof shields, which you must charge instead of flame. Let's see if I can demonstrate here. Yeah, see? They can't be flamed. So you have to charge these guys instead. Unless you're quick. If you're quick enough, you can flame them before they get the shield up, but... We also have a treasure chest that requires a key, so we'll have to look for that. These big tubby boys, these chonks, gotta be flamed. Alright, and the reason that this world is called Artisans, because in the lore of Spyro, the deep, deep lore, in the lore of Spyro, each world is inhabited by dragons who share a different occupation. And let's go down these steps before we go that way, by the way. But yeah, each world is inhabited by dragons of different occupations. So this is the one where the craftsmen and artisans live, the painters, the actors, the weavers, things like that. And I'll introduce you to each world as we go through them. Yeah, so these big fat guys can't actually hurt you. They can just knock you backwards. So you have to wait till they're turned around and then flame them. I guess this is the closest thing to a hidden area that this stage has. And there's the key we need for our hidden area. So let's grab that. This game rewards very, very observant people. There's gems that aren't necessarily hidden, but just kind of tucked in corners. So you just always got to keep your eyes peeled because they're all over the place.
Spyro, want to know a secret? Use...
Nope. And this game is a near-perfect recreation of the original. They redid the voice acting and the music, but we're currently using the original soundtrack. Yeah, there's the Reignited one, but I'm so nostalgic. They redid the voice acting, however, and the only changes to the script are, instead of saying PlayStation-specific buttons like use the X button to do this, they say use the jump button to do this or whatever, or the action button. Other than that, the script is pretty much identical. Oh, and also, they never refer to the bosses by name in the original, and they do in this game. I played the shit out of this game. That's why I've been able to notice all of these things. I'm a huge dork for Spyro the Dragon. Alright. Also, if you're playing on Steam, you get an achievement for lighting both those fires. I've already done it. So... And the way you get up here is to just go up those steps and glide around the corner. Oh, I guess this little area right here is sort of a hidden area. Just a short glide. And you get an extra life. And man, we are breezing through this. Oh, let's go unlock this chest while I'm still thinking of it. All right. Yum, yum, yum. Treasure. If you ever get damaged, there's always like these little health animals. You kill one, it drops a butterfly, dragonfly eats it. You're good to go. But I don't think we've taken damage yet. We might have, but I don't think so. It would be cool to do a damage-free playthrough, but I don't know if I'm that good. Alright. Like I said, not a lot of hidden treasure in this level. Most of it's fairly obvious. And I believe this is the last dragon. Darius. Alright. And that's it. 100% completion of the level. Beautiful. So we'll use this portal to return to the home world. And on to the next one. So the next level that we're going to do will be Stone Hill. Because Stone Hill is the level that sort of introduces the heavy exploration. This game is like, it's not an open world game, but it's sort of like a precursor to open world games. It's like quasi open world in that you choose which order you play the levels in, and the levels are not linear, sort of like, oh, this is the path and you just go through it like Crash Bandicoot. There's a lot more exploration than other platformers. And I feel like this game was pretty groundbreaking in that regard. I don't feel like we would have had the Ratchet and Clanks and other platformers had this game not done what it did. I just love this game so much, you guys. I want it to have all the credit. Load times, load times. Lots of fire and wiggling. This is okay. Here we go. I was about to be like, I don't know what to say. This is lasting way longer than I thought it was going to. So this is Stone Hill. So you get these little sheeps, and they've replaced a lot of the sound effects in this game, but I feel like these sheep noises they kept. They or maybe revamped. They sound very similar. There are so many sound effects that, like, I hear, and then just, like, the memory is instantly rekindled in this game. So, before we get that dragon, let's get the metric fuck ton of treasure in here. Just swearing in a playthrough of a children's game. A great children's game. All right. So, first secret area is this well. If you weren't familiar, you might not know that you could just jump on down here and grab this dragon. He's drinking coffee and has tattoos. Is the dragon based on me? No, it's not. It's not. And there's a treasure chest that requires a key that we'll have to come back to later. Let's go through this door in the meantime. This stage is broken up into 3 main areas. And then there's a few hidden side areas as well. It's so funny to see that, like, these shepherd models, because there was so many enemies in the original Spyro where I was like, I don't know what that thing is supposed to be. It's just sort of a weirdly animated blob that makes noises and hits me. And to see them in stunning modern graphics and finally understand what some of the enemies actually are, like, it kind of shatters my illusions a little bit. Like, there's some enemies where I'm like, yeah, it's like a giant bird thing, and you're like, oh no, it's a human. Remakes, am I right? Alright, let's rescue this nerd. Alright, so here's where we start to get into more like secret area territory, because you can glide over here to get this treasure. And now here comes one of the more challenging parts of this game, which is defeating egg thieves. That's what that thing you've been hearing is. It's this taunting fuck who's going to die. And the way that you get close enough to him to kill him is just hug the corner. He stays wide, so if you stay on the inside, you'll get him. And then just flame him or charge him, whichever comes first. Super easy. Oh, and we definitely don't have all the treasure up here. There's so many little sneaky hidden treasures on this ridge line that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention. So we're gonna comb through this whole area to make sure we don't miss anything. Yep. Like if you're moving too fast or not paying enough attention, it's real easy to miss some of these treasures. I think that's all of them, but we'll do a second pass in a minute. But real quick, let's go through the top of the castle here. Get some of these hidden gems. Literally hidden gems. Alright. Sparks is signaling that there's no more treasure up here. So I think we're good. So what we'll do now is go in here, take care of the enemies. These little purple guys. I don't know what's supposed to be in this thing. It's creepy, but they're extra lives. So you'll notice that we have all the dragons now, and we have the dragon egg, but we're still missing a fair amount of treasure. We know that there's a locked treasure chest down the well, but where's the rest? I don't know, we should probably just kill ourselves. Oh wait, we're not killing ourselves. There's a beach down here. A secret, hidden beach. With treasure and the key to our treasure chest. Oh, Providence. Wonderful. So we're still missing 14 treasure, which I'm assuming is all in that chest. Down the hole. Ooh, we're still missing 4 treasure. Let's find it. All right. That's probably just something I ran past. Oh. Right here. Yep. All right, there's our hundo percento. So let's go back to the home world and on to the next level. Yeehaw. All right. So the next level that we're gonna do is the last normal level in this world, which is Town Square. Yoink. Load times. I need to think of banter to say during load times. It's funny because what was the circle button on the original controller, B button on my Xbox One controller? What? Flip? That was an accident. But yeah, you used to be able to flame with just the circle button. The B button is the equivalent on Xbox. But now, because modern gaming has people so conditioned to first-person shooters, you can use the trigger as well. Why didn't we ever get a Spyro Call of Duty crossover? Because it's a bad idea, or because it's too good of an idea? The answer is because it's a bad idea. Is he sculpting me? I wish I hadn't done that. Okay, so with these bulls, you can flame them and kill them, or you could charge them and get their horns stuck in the ground. And you get a skill point if you get their horns stuck in the ground. So we're gonna do that, because while skill points don't actually contribute to our official progress in Spyro 1, because they weren't part of Spyro 1, we're still going to do them because flex. Check my phone. Cake.
Thanks, Spyro.
It says, thanks, Spyro. How did he make that? Was he making it when he got trapped in the crystal? Did he know he was going to get trapped in the crystal? You can hear the egg thief laughing. So, charge a few more bulls. Kill that guy. Alright, so this is where 6-year-old ignorant me would begin to believe that I had completed the level. Because we've gone through all of the easily accessible areas and gotten everything, right? And there's the end portal. There's still all this crap up here. How do we get there? Well, this is where all of the tricky stuff starts to come in. There's this little glide here that you probably wouldn't know about if you didn't do some serious experimenting. And there's this egg thief, who is one of the trickier ones to get. Oh, we barely got him there. He almost got away. But now he's dead. And also, you're so busy chasing the egg thief, it's easy to miss these guys, tucked away in this little corner. So many hidden gems. All right. And here's how we get to that little hidden area. So let's yeet this last bull and get our skill point. These little things have to be flamed multiple times to spin them to explosion. All right, that's all the gems, and this should be the last dragon. All dragons found. And that's 100%. All right. Now, there are 2 levels left in this world. There's the boss level, but before we do the boss level, because that feels like you should end on a boss level, right? There's a hidden level that, again, you wouldn't know about if you didn't just kind of fart around and explore. You jump on these pads, and ba-da-ba! Each world has a flight level. And this is actually one of the harder flight levels because you're not supposed to be able to find it right away, but I can because I've played this game for 23 years nonstop, basically. Every world has a flight level that's essentially like sort of like a time trial. They are my least favorite part of the game, but they're necessary for progress. So we're going to do them. So if I remember correctly, the easiest way to do this is to take out the trains before you take out anything else. Because the trains are the farthest apart. Yep, okay. And that's the last train. Next, we will take out the planes. Each time you defeat one of these guys, you get a little bit of time back. The time's up there in the top right corner. The planes are my least favorite because it's kind of hard to tell, like, am I close enough? Do my flames reach? All right, there's one more plane. Where is he? Beautiful. All right, and now we're going to do the arches, which we're going to do a little bit backwards. I will be amazed if I get this on the first try, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm terrible at the flight levels. I hate them. They're not fun for me. I don't like any video game that requires me to do something in a certain time limit. I hate timed levels. It just adds an element of stress that I do not desire. But I'm being a little dramatic. It's not that bad. Okay. And then after we get this last one, we should be able to hopefully round the corner and get these gold chests, which should be the last thing we need to win the level. We're doing good on time. Wow, this is going way better than it normally does for me. Oh, wow, I beat it on the first try. Damn. Cool. Doesn't typically happen. So we're just gonna quit and do the last level here. Sorry, my phone keeps pinging me because Postmates is so thirsty for me to order delivery. Screw you, Postmates. You're the worst of the delivery services. I got so upset about that I fell in the water and took damage for the first time in this playthrough. You ruined my damage-free playthrough, Postmates. This video is not sponsored by Postmates. So, let's do the boss. This is my least favorite level in this world. Not because it's bad, it's fine. It's a perfectly fine level. It's just, this has enemies that you can't one-shot like most enemies. You have to hit them twice. So there's a lot more button mashing. Basically, you have these sheepdogs that, like, just panically mash the flame button and they'll die. But you have to hit them twice. And sometimes on this level, I get the yips and just get my ass kicked about 1,000,000 times. So we're going to hope that that doesn't happen here. Ah, see? See what I mean about the yips? And there's, like, no health animals in this level either. There's no chance to recoup your health. So you gotta be like, ah, flame, 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 flame. All right. And there's not a lot of gems in this level, and there's only one dragon. This is the closest thing to a hidden area right here. And it's barely hidden. It's not, I don't even know if I'd call it a hidden area. But it's got some of the gems we need. Dragon. Dragons also are essentially function as checkpoints. So not only do they further your level progress, but they're checkpoints. They save your spot, which is cool. So Toasty is this jack-o'-lantern looking motherfucker. Or is he? Toasty has a secret. And that's that he's a sheep on stilts. And now he's dead. And through this gate is our return home portal and the last bit of treasure we need. And that is going to be a 100% playthrough of the first world of Spyro the Dragon Reignited. The Artisan world is now complete. We have found every bit of treasure, recovered every dragon egg, every dragon. And on the next installment, we will be going to the Peacekeepers world to play through that one. This one has kind of a lush medieval feel. That one's a desert world. Tune in for it. It should be a lot of fun. Also wanted to say on behalf of Ian and I, the Redbeard and Gold Smash show is still making episodes, but we're going to be switching from doing an episode every week to an episode every 2 weeks, just for our mental health as we return to work, even though we really don't want to because it's quarantine. But that's all right. We got to make money somehow. So feel free to donate. Speaking of which, to the links in our social media. If you want to tip the show, it just goes right back into producing the show. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Pretty easy to find us on all of those. So check out the show, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys like the playthrough series. If you have suggestions for more games that you want us to play, send it to us on Twitter or on Instagram. And thanks for tuning in. This is Redbeard No Fear signing off.